we will always end up recreating the same world, the same evils, the same dysfunction. Eckhart Tolle.
Happy 4th of July, right? Yes, happy 4th of July, because we are revolutionaries, right? We're spiritual revolutionaries here, but we're going to say because we are opening up to that divine consciousness, to be open, and our hearts grow wide open. But there's a lot that we have to do in the midst of this. So this is the new earth. Right away, he starts out with the flowering of human consciousness, and he talks right away about how evolution happens, right? Things change within the world. And even I like that wonderful verse from Thomas Jefferson. And for those of you who don't know, the founding fathers, a lot of them said, well, this is as good as we could do for now. And then it's going to have to be, a lot of other people are going to have to continue to evolve and look at what we need to do to continue to grow as a country and to understand the things that we can understand, because our minds can only handle so much, right? We can only handle so much, and I think right now our country is maybe at adolescent stage. Right? Compared to other countries in the world, we're probably at adolescent stage. So we need to go through all those things. We're trying to figure things out, and that's really cool. And that's an outward picture of an inner condition. How many of us think that we're really at adolescent stage in our spirituality? Yeah, there we go. Okay, I got some hands up, right? You looked in the mirror and you go, I want what I want, and I don't like what you're saying, and I don't like what you're saying, and I want what I'm saying, because I want to be the one that knows what I want to know, and we're really not mature yet. And the reason to think about it, how many people here have taken out a good book like this and read it and said, that was amazing, that's life-changing, and didn't change their lives? Nobody? Because I know that's happened to me a lot. That's the reason why we underline, we come back, oh, I read that. I hear a lot of times, I'm studying Course in Miracles. It's over 40 years now. I still don't get it. And that doesn't mean I'm not really working towards it. As my husband always says, he's waiting for somebody to walk on water again. I'm not. But, this idea of this flowering of human consciousness is of advancing ourselves and understanding that we do need to grow. We need to continue to change. The things that we're facing in our lives, he goes through, and all of our spiritual traditions, our wisdom, they tell us, what are we up against? What are the things that we're facing? Need the glasses, so some part of me is maturing in some way, right? So I want to the first part of the truth of revelation is that the normal state of mind of most human beings contains a strong element of what we might call dysfunction. Okay? We all have a strong element of dysfunction, even madness. Hinduism calls that dysfunction Maya. The mind is Maya, right? Buddhism uses different terms. They use dukkha, that we have suffering, we have unsatisfactories. Anybody? I like that, the way he didn't say suffering, now he said we have unsatisfactories. How many things are unsatisfactory in your lives? You might not say I'm suffering, but you can say I'm unsatisfied. That's a suffering. Okay? You're not open yet. Yeah. Wherever you go, whatever you do, says the Buddha, we will encounter dukkha. Christian tradition starts out with original sin, he says. But sin was supposed to mean that we missed the mark. But no, we have this idea. We miss the point of human existence. It means to live unskillfully, blindly, and thus to suffer and cause suffering. That's what original sin was in there. So that this dysfunction is inherent in the human condition. Anybody disagree with that so far? I thought this book was pretty general. I had a lot of things in it that's talking about for all of us for here. So I'm going to go on. It's a little awkward. There's a lot of pages here. But I like them, and I want to say a few of the things that are in here. He says now, with spirituality and religion, because we just talked about religion, right? He says, in fact, the more you make your thoughts, beliefs into your identity, the more cut off you are that's the big suffering. That's the big suffering that we're looking at here. You know, I'm right. I got it. Spirituality has nothing to do with your intellect.
Amen.
And the more you get hung up on the way you think things should be, the more you are going to suffer. And unfortunately, what we tend to do as human beings, I have no idea why, right? We like to smash things. We like to blow things up. We like to wreck things. It's a celebration. Let's blow some things up, right? So let's blow up some other people in our wake with their ideas and our ways of thinking that are so involved with our identity, and then plow through the people around us. We are hurting each other. So Reverend Anu read our words of wisdom, and she said, evolve or die. Die, people. This isn't, we're not bringing back this book because, oh, okay, we didn't listen. It's a good book. Let's finally get it. It's evolve or die. The only other place I hear that is when people talk about it going into 12-step programs. They say, do this work or die. And that's what it's like, because your soul is dying, not doing it. Our life's purpose is to evolve to that highest level of consciousness and caring and connection, and as our wonderful Reverend Bill says, love. Love, period. That's it. Evolve to that. But the love, it becomes so conditional that we forget it. That's not evolving. And so we have community that helps us to bring us back, that says, let's take a look at this. But when you take a look at it, start from the beginning again. Start from the very beginning and go through and see where you might have missed a piece, so that way you let everything else go. You see, that's about humility and coming back from our spirituality and being humble. Being willing to listen, to be teachable, to say, let me start at the beginning here and listen to the ideas, to be really present to the presence that is here for each and every one of us. I'm going to say because of this book. And this book is a tool that's going to bring each and every one of us more into the presence of love and light that is available every single moment in our lives for us, so that we can really be an open heart and have our heart extend out to everyone that we meet and see in our lives. That's living. Holding on to your identity, your ways, the way it should be, the way it was, the way it used to be, the way I want it to be, will kill you. So we want to move. We want to grow. We want to come in connection with these things. It gets better if he talks about all this, stuff that's dysfunctional. He gives a diagnosis for humanity, which isn't too pleasant, so I won't read that.
Thank you.
Yeah, I won't read that diagnosis. But here's the other two things I want to read. He says, what is arising now is not a new belief system, a new religion, or a new spiritual ideology or mythology. We are coming to the end, not only of mythologies, but also to ideologies and to belief systems. The change goes deeper than the content of your mind, deeper than your thoughts. In fact, at the heart of the new consciousness lies the transcendence of thought. The newfound ability of rising above thought, of realizing a dimension within yourself that is infinitely more vast than thought. You then no longer derive your identity, your sense of who you are from the incessant stream of thinking that in the old consciousness will take you to be yourself. What a liberation to realize that the voice in my head is not who I am. well, who am I then? Right? We're not this voice in our head. The one who sees that. The one who's observing the whole conversation, if you will. The awareness that is prior to thought, the space in which the thought or emotion or sense perception happens. Again, if nothing changes, nothing changes. This is our opportunity. This is our chance for everything to change. He said we need to understand here that heaven is not a location, but refers to the inner realm of consciousness. Earth, he says, is our outer manifestation in form, which is always a reflection of the inner. A new heaven is the emergence of a transformed state of human consciousness, and a new earth is the reflection in the physical realm. So, we had COVID. We had an opportunity to go off, to be alone, to be separate. And now we have this opportunity for the flowering of ourselves to come out again, to be here with each other. Do not expect it to be the same. None of us should be the same. We should be transformed. We should be more determined now more than ever to grow spiritually, to see as a humanity, as a human consciousness, how we can move out of this and be more connected with each other. But the only way I can be connected with you and you can be connected with me is that if we transcend our own selves, our own minds, our own thinking, our own stubbornness, and truly be present to light, to love, to goodness,
Amen.
to healing. This is our journey this summer. Continue to join us. So it is.
So it is.
Wonderful, very inspiring, unbelievable. Please join me in the prayer of peace. Divine nature of love, hear the call of your children, yourself, as we look for the courage to break the chains that bind us. Today we declare our independence from our littleness and turn to you in our greatness. Let us know we are truly free. Let us feel your presence here and now and always. Amen.
And now we come to the portion of our service where we do our guided meditation. So I'd like to invite you to begin by just focusing in on your breathing. With each and every inhalation, just allow yourself to become more and more relaxed. With each exhalation, release all tensions, cares, concerns, worries, and residue of the day. With each and every breath, we move deeper and deeper within ourselves to that place where we and the divine are always one. Good morning, my beautiful gathering of lights. Thank you for allowing us to spend time together this morning. I love you so much. And I love it when you open yourselves to me